Hello, I am Tutorial Active, back with Btools Part 2. As I said in Btools Part 1, I was going to teach the harder things. Now I have my camera fixed and now you can see everything. So, we have our previous parts that were left over from last time. Now we'll just begin with a new part. So as I said, we have this build over here, made by our friend over there. He made this chair, which for me is basically impossible to make. And this guy over here, he used a specific tool that I told in part 1 of Btools. And it is called increment. Now I said in the move tool it was under move tool, like tool, then at axis it was under global, and then there was increment, where I suggested 0.01, 0.02, and 0.001 for as if it was frames per second, frames per minute. You can see how good it is by editing the increment. You can do it very slowly and edit it as much as you want. Worse is without the increment. If this is without increment, though, it's not very fun and you can't edit much. You can see here, you can't make it flat on the ground or join surfaces like in Roblox Studio. So increment is worth it. Every time you build something, you should just immediately change increment on move tool and scale tool, Z and X on the top over here. So we can see this friend over here, he used increment to edit specifically. You can see here, it's not like this or this. So you can edit it even more specifically. Now, if I've told this in part 1 of Btools, there are meshes. Let me first get to our part. We have all these, which I only know file. You can go to any website, search meshes, and then search in model or mesh parts for. Sometimes some things works, other things don't work. So choose specifically. It'll not work if there's some mesh ID at mesh tool. If you add a mesh to a part, it says mesh ID, like I add a mesh ID, but it will disappear when I enter. Now either you can just enter the ID, then do escape, which didn't work for this, or you can just find some other mesh or model. Now you may not be able to find anything like a key card for a door, because this is not Roblox Studio. You're not play testing anything on Roblox Studio, as there are multiple things on Roblox which are pretty different. SCP Roleplay, you can't really add any meshes, which is a game on Roblox. Btools, maybe you can add something. but it may not work. It will only work with Roblox Studio. So let's take a look at our trusty Btools again. We have all of these tools: surface, move, scale, rotate, paint, and again surface, material, anchor, collision, and new part tool, which in Roblox Studio you can also edit what part you spawn, but it won't always be truss, cylinder, ball, seat, vehicle seat, or spawn. Although if you go to a certain section, which I will cover in Roblox Studio, you can actually put a spawn. You won't have to go to free models, search for a spawn, get a neutral spawn made by Roblox. You won't have to do anything hard like that. Now we can look at these details he added. That might be the 14,000th reason I've said why you should use increment. Skip that again. We have mesh tool, the texture tool, with which we can have decal. Now you may see that there is a spawn here. And there will be a decal on it. Now you may find it in properties in Roblox Studio, the decal. You can remove it or anything. You can find the spawn decal, nowhere to be found, because this is custom edited for Btools, and we have spawn for parts. That would be about it for every other tool besides Explorer. Now Explorer, there's not much for Btools. And on Btools, sometimes you may see usernames of people in the server, which you can edit. Rarely. Now we have all these parts. But for Btools, all you can do with them is anchor. You can't add any scripts, local scripts. You can't add GUI, which I'm not exactly sure about, but I've never seen it. And there may not even be enough space. Now you see this lock symbol. If you click it, you cannot edit the part, which I'll do on this part. Spawn location. Now I can do that, and I cannot select it, in which my friend just spawned on it. So now we can go back to spawn location, then remove the lock symbol so that you can barely see it. Transparent, kind of. And that would be all for the hard things. Now we have a decorate tool, light tool, well tool. Now, the only thing out of those 3 buttons or tabs for Btools, only well tool is the hardest, and even I don't know it. So you can search on YouTube, find it out somehow, because I do not know. That will be all for Btools Part 2. Thank you for watching.